Hello guys and welcome to another video. In this video we're doing a VOD review on basically how to play Mundo and how to be as efficient as possible, have the best early game out of path, etc. In this game we're playing against the Season 9 rank 1 Centaur, so we're not playing against like an actual terrible player. We're in a challenger game, we got Froggen, Johnson, all these decent players. So as far as the jungle matchup goes, Olaf should win if he can snowball early game. Once Mundo is 6, he has a window to win if he can ult properly. But for the most part, Olaf full clears faster. Mundo can't even full clear, and Olaf will be able to get pretty much any crab or potentially double crab. Olaf's level 4 is stronger than Mundo's level 4. Basically, like I said, a 6 can also win. But yeah, so this game starts off, we see him in our top side. He actually where's our Raptors? That was well played by him. This actually catches me off guard. I thought he warded my red. But anyways, you'll see what happens from here. So I basically assume he's going to start red buff because he has Talisman. That's pretty much a dead giveaway. And so I decided to start blue buff as well. I also have a Kaiser leash, which is like probably one of the best leashes to go for. And you'll basically see what happens from here. So top lane is Ornn versus Annie, mid lane Akali and 2TF, and then bot lane Kai'Sa, I don't know what's champs called, Vel'Koz, the Tristana, Cyrus. I assume their bot has Prio, especially because I'm getting leashed, and most likely Olaf's starting leashless, I would figure, but I think TF helped him a bit, so it's fine. A huge buff to Mundo is the fact that you get level 3 off your full blue side, which I covered in my pathing video. If you haven't checked it out, make sure to check it out. And other big buff is like the dragons. The dragons make Mundo so much stronger. Every single Drake on Mundo is like god tier now, except I guess Infernal. I mean, even Infernal is good because it stacks your AD from your E. So Cloud gives you MS. Also, you get Cloud Soul. You get the reduce ult cooldown, which is insane. Because ult already get low cooldown at 16 if you're high CDR. And then Mountain gives you armor and MR, which is pretty much what you build. I don't go for the conditioning variation of Mundo. I prefer these are my runes, by the way, if I can't show, but I'll show you after the game. And yeah, so I'm level 3 here. I just walk around in case it's warded, and it happens to be that I walk here, because I remember when you walk here, it looked like he warded. That was well played by him. Like, that's like basically 50-50. So just tweet like, okay, you probably didn't ward this then. You warded my Raptors entrance or something. But yeah, do this. Can't show me my runes, but I guess I'll show you in a sec. But I do grab Fleet. I think it's Triumph, Last Stand, and Tenacity. And then second tree is Magical Footwear and Approach Velocity, so you can stick on to people. I'm not sure if running the Resolve tree is better in this season because of how good the Drakes are, but this is like the best way of sticking on to people. So this is what I ran basically. And if you see my route, I basically just left everything up except Raptors. And here I went for the crab because I thought he potentially wouldn't go for this crab and do his other camps, but he actually caught me off guard and got to the crab at the moment it spawned. So instead of being greedy, I decided to go for the bot crab. He has 16 CS, which means he recalled after his bot side camps. And I say, okay, I'm just going to go to the bot crab instead because I bot Prio. Yeah, so mid's kind of getting shoved in, but I figured Olaf does crab really slow. So this should be mine in theory, and his topside camps are up, so I believe I do my bot side camps as well to get a decent shot because they just spawn. And this is why I tell you guys, make sure to start blue side camps if you can, because the Gromp and Wolves are just way better than Krugs and Raptors now after the Krug nerfs. So instead of shopping at like what 600, 800 gold right now, start off my Gromp and I'm like, okay, I just need a bit more gold for an extra item, so I do Wolves as well and respawn. But obviously, when these camps respawn, they're stronger now because they're higher level, so you take more damage. And since I haven't shot them, a bit weaker. So you gotta be careful, make sure to kite properly. I haven't thrown a Q there and miss, because I wasn't paying attention, but that's fine. Now I should have like 1k gold, I believe. I think I buy jungle item plus D-Blade, which you'll see this D-Blade ends up being huge. Instead of buying the Ruby Crystal and getting my Cinder Hulk earlier, I decided to go for the D-Blade. I want to skirmish, I want to fight a bit. And Olaf didn't get anything that early game, so I'm definitely in a good spot. I'm going to outscale him no matter what, and I'll be a bigger threat in the back line. So here I kind of start pathing bot in case Olaf looks spot for a gank, but actually recalls. I pinged him bot side too if you didn't see those things, but he resets, so I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go top side. I have a good ping from Ornn. I think level 1 he followed, which is pretty nice, so it's nice of him to do for me. And now you'll see how worthless Krugs are. These are respawning Krugs, by the way. I'm like level 470s, 70% or so. I don't think I get a level off this. These are like old Krugs, like right now I get like pretty much 50% XP. So I do get a level, it's like barely, like borderline. That's because they respawned higher level, but yeah. So far, I don't really have to do anything. I just have to respond to Olaf's ganks. So I'm just farming and getting myself a lead. Here we see him walking to my bot side, which is a huge mistake because top's frozen a good spot. I think the wave will crash perfectly here, and then our mid laner, I guess, had to move, and TF was resetting, so he comes to our top side, and then we catch him off guard. I don't know what the fuck that flash was, but I mean, we got his flash, so it's better than nothing, honestly. I believe here I set a pick. I have my double ward, so I ward in case TF's in lane or something, and then Bailey has prio, and then I assume he's going to his Gromp side, which I see the Gromp spawn. I don't know if he saw the ward or not, but I'm like spam pinging here because I got the D-Blade. He's got the longest sword. Let's see who's strong in 1v1, right? Only issue with this play is that their top side has priority, but our mid side has priority, and also TF's not 6, so this is why I went for this play. And I have flash advantage, obviously. So, Gromp is like 800, 900 HP. Smite, he miss smites. I get up my talisman. At this point, he's pretty much dead. Look at this damage, man. Olaf running from a Mundo priest. Look at this shit. I took the kill just in case, but here I kind of get outplayed. Because I don't have vision of Annie, and I assume he went through here. So let me just show you in case, because I'm like, okay, I'm going to play it. Since TF went from here, I can only assume Annie's coming from here as well. So I ran this way, and unfortunately, Annie was aside. So I lost a 50-50, but I probably still die anyways. I'm at the best can get a flash from Annie. Unfortunately, my team kind of overfights this when I believe the fight was over. I think we won for 0 here or 2. I don't remember what happened actually. I know we lost this, but I'm up 2 camps. Like I'm doing pretty well in this matchup. I feel like my teammates should not have fought this. Yeah, frog and flashes. I don't know if he. No, I don't think he does kill. Maybe he does kill. Yeah, he does kill. Okay, yeah, he hit everything. Nice. So it wasn't that bad. Akali got the kill, and TF got 2 kills, which is whatever. So I decide to get level 6 and start Dragon ASAP because my bot has priority, even though TF's in lane first and he has no ult, and I'm way stronger than the enemy jungler. So as long as I get the 6, I now have the XP lead on him. So I get this. Holy shit, I canceled so many autos there. That's first game of the day, what can I say? But yeah, I start Drake up. I drop a pink here because I feel like this is more useful rather than this pink. If I see their bot lane reset, then I know they're not going to be in position to contest Dragon. Dragon's like really weaker early game, has less HP. So just say, okay, I'm going to start it off. Which I end up doing. Unfortunately, waiting there gave Olaf enough time to get level 6, but yeah, so he comes through here. I smite it. Kali doesn't really have movement potential. I know I could stall long enough, and the extra D-Blade HP and lifesteal, you'll see. You'll see. Why do I buy this item every game, man? Look at that. I just face tanked 2 in OTF and a early game Olaf. I don't even know if I had to flash there. Just not used to the extra HP and lifesteal, you know? At this point, I have like 500 gold. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get my 2 wards again and get my Cinder Hulk. This is a big power spike for me. Clear my camps faster and have a lot more 1v1 potential, 2v2, etc. Just better skirmishing overall. Let me skip it forward a bit. Now all my top camps are up top side. I think this game had a 1 window time to do the Rift Herald, but I didn't do it because I feel like Rift is still weak this patch. It's like I said several times, next patch it'll be better, and that's when my tier list will be coming out, so make sure to like and subscribe for that if you're interested. Then we see him on blue buff. I'm like, okay, let's go for the crab. Look, these are the kind of players you want to play with. Even though Ornn is leaving at full vision, we want Olaf to know he can't get the crab, which makes Olaf actually go for the Gromp instead. So I say, okay, let's call off the crab fight and go for the Gromp fight. And he still has no flash, so pretty free. Here I come, level 7 Mundo, beating a fucking Olaf to death like it's nothing. So yeah, pretty good ward by Ornn that he left earlier. I think while we were fighting at Drake or something. And then I get the crab as well. Skip forward a bit. Okay, this is the window I had to do Rift Herald right now. I'm like, is it really worth it? I want to get my topside camps, extend my lead. As long as I'm ahead as Olaf, from Olaf, I'm basically 3 Olafs. I'm his champion times 3 basically. So I'm like, okay, I'll just clear my top side. Next patch, I do Rift Herald there though. So fortunately, our bot lane is also losing, I think. And yeah, I have like 900 gold. I believe I reset here and buy the Tenacity Boots because it's nice against Zyra, nice against TF and Annie. And their only source of fizz damage is Olaf Triss, and Olaf's pretty worthless right now, so. Respawn, go to my, these 2 camps are really important, like I said, get those on cooldown whenever you can. Just, if you're playing Mundo, make sure to, early game, just clear your blue, get 2 points in E. Hard clear your camps easily, and faster, with 2 points in E. So at this stage, I'm like, okay, only thing, we're actually down gold right now, as you can see. Like, my lanes, he has basically winning, not winning mid, but like ahead in gold mid, and then his bot's winning. So at this stage, I'm like, okay, I have to probably help bot, top's fine, mid's fine. If I can get bot back into the game, we have a good chance. But unfortunately, I misplay here. I pink this, I sort of pink this. But you'll see, it doesn't matter. I'm playing Mundo, so. I see TF's movement, I know that I'm like on a ward and they're all coming for me, so just go hard on him. Because he's running from his team, basically. I got a good trade off, I'm healing most of the damage. Auto in between whenever I can for the fleet proc. They don't do 0 damage to me, as you can see. Get ignited as well, and we get to. This is pretty much the breaking point of the game, where my teammates get pretty much ahead of their lanes. And still, I have lifesteal from this. I do a lot of damage, and I look how minimal damage I take now with this setup. So you can actually stay on the map with 10% HP. This is the window I go for the Rift Herald. It's still pre-14. Plates are still up for taking. So I say, alright, I'm going to grab this. Why not? Skip forward a bit, because this is kind of boring to watch. A colleague comes to help me. We have top side fully warded, so we can see them coming. Unless TF ports behind us, which he doesn't have ult up anyways. Grab this reset. Like I said, Krugs are not worth taking. You always want to play for this side of the map, especially Dragons when you can. So I buy Kindle Gem, Recrystal, and we're too poor for pink wards because it's so lucky, right? So I think this is a play where I go for his red buff because we see him top side, right? We have a pink, like my top and mid played so well this game in terms of coverage, like we had full vision of him the entire game. So drop the Rift Herald, let's say, good job Akali, good job, nice wards, grab your free plates. I'm not going to invade their bot side jungle because they might have to respond to this. Fortunately our bot lane dies again. I mean, Johnson's a great player. And our ADC's auto-filled, and he's doing fine. He's only down 40 CS. I'm not saying that to be sarcastic, it's actually. Johnson is probably best solo ADC I've seen this year. So I grabbed this, I'm like, okay, this is probably warded because they've had coverage and full push bot. Look at our plates, look at their plates. That's when I know they've had full pressure bot the entire game. So that's pink, but I'm like, I can probably 2v1. I'm really fed, they're pretty low. I asked for sums while walking there. I think they had like no flashes, but I flash, hit Zyra. I don't know why she ignites me, but she ignites me, so. Here's the play you won't see often. Free kill for Kaiser. I say, fuck it. It's mine. So we grab that. I'm like, okay, I can go for Drake as well. Their bot lane's dead. Ornn gets the solo kill top. Great. I think Akali got a kill mid too. I just wasn't paying attention. My plays are more important as Mundo, clearly. Fortunately, gets caught out here. Happens. Get the free Drake. I go clear the pink ward. Scare Olaf off. He has no mana. I know he can't do anything to me. I think at this point I have enough gold. Yeah, I was like 40 gold off my Spirit Visage, which is pretty much the best item on Mundo right now, especially when getting like such good Drakes. Like, the Drakes are just so nice on Mundo, man. It's insane. I can just solo them so easily now as well. He's just like a better scaling version of Olaf that's strong as well early game. Look at this shit. This guy can't do anything to me. I actually would have killed him with that flash, by the way, but I used it, so. Instead, I'm like, I don't have to do this. If he wants to chase me, then Vel'Koz will be here. I hit my cleavers, I did my job. I have to reset by Spirit Visage. If I had more gold, I'd stay 2v1 them, but just see like the amount of power you have frontlining and absorbing spells for your team. You're doing all the work and you're not really taking that much damage, quite frankly. So I reset, got this, and I got this as well for the assist. And I'm like, okay, I can probably never die at this stage. And I don't say this often, but Mundo's power spec is level 11. If you can get an early game lead, then you're unstoppable. Because I'm level 10 right now. I'm not even close to 11 because of how shitty jungle XP is, but this is as strong as you'll get in a high challenger game versus Season 9 rank 1. Yeah, look how rusty. I can't even like hit my Qs. It's been a while. I haven't played League much, but I mean, you don't have to be mechanically perfect to win games as a jungler. You just have to be smart, decisive, know when to shop, know when to reset, know what to prioritize, know what to go for, know when to counter, know when to invade, etc. So here I say, okay, let's dive mid when TF comes back to lane. After he pushes. I'm pretty sure they just surrendered, so they gave up. Like, if you fall behind against Mundo, I'm getting every Drake. Like, their odds of winning this game were probably like 2%. Honestly, that's a bit too high. That's how strong Mundo is, but I'm just gonna go over my runes real quick so you guys can see what I run. Yeah, like I said, I also haven't been playing much League, but I've been winning like pretty much every jungle game, honestly. I lost the support game. This was when the season ended. Lost this jungle game. Like I said, their team was fucking stacked. This D-Boy game, like, it felt pretty nice. And then this one as well. So are my runes. Fleet for the best to stay in the jungle. Conqueror's good against like triple quadra melee before they nerfed it, so I don't even know if that's worth taking anymore. One thing could probably change the secondary tree, but this is just so much nicer to stay on people. Tenacity is a must, you don't need the attack speed. You have an auto attack reset, you just take attack speed from this tree. Armor, HP, and that's pretty much it. The only thing I can change is if you're like really worried about your lanes losing, start W and get Talisman and do your red side clear and grab level 3 reset and then go clear from there. You don't even have to grab key if you want, but for the most part, this is probably the best way to play Mundo in Season 10. Unless things change, just prioritize those Drake, get 2 points in E level 3, and just farm your jungle and get leads whenever you can. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.